Hey, we
Oh my
turning it up.
goodness. Oh my goodness. We're back again. We're back
We're back
again. This is
again.
this is awesome. This is awesome here. Last week
Ooh,
we started a great week, new year, new you. And
yes.
that's wonderful. But now we're getting ready to bump it up a notch. And
Take
I
it up.
think
Take it up.
every time we're going to bump it up another notch. And now we're going to be talking about maximizing opportunities in 2022. Hey, Corey. Now what's happening?
Man, what's happening? What's happening? We want to talk about that brand. We want to talk about what is your brand. What is your brand? All right, let's
Come
talk.
on.
Let's go. Let's go for it.
Come
Let's go
on.
for it. Let's go
N-
for it now.
Now there are certain brands that come to mind. I mean, Nike,
All right. All
just
right.
do
All
it.
right. Just do it.
That's just do it. My favorite coming from Chicago is obviously MJ, the Jordan brand. Uh, your favorite, the Apple
The
brand.
Apple. That's right. You know what? They don't have to say nothing. They just show a picture.
They just show a picture.
They just,
Just show a picture. I heard somebody say the other day uh, that Apple has made so much money they can put the bite back in the apple. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? They on the verge of the $1 trillion company. So that is just incredible, and that lets you know the power of a brand. And so the question is, well, what is your brand? The power.
oh, the power of the brand. See,
That's it. That's it. The power of the brand. And well, then that begs the question, though. Um, what does a brand have to do with us, just average everyday people? What
Mm.
does a brand has to do with regular people going to work 9 to 5? What is that about?
Wow, wow. Well, there's this whole thing about the brand, right? That we talk about. What you know, what is a brand? And and it's just more about that. Like you said, it's that, but it's also um um reputation.
Yes,
People are known. Hey, like you said, Nike, just do it.
just do it.
Just do it. Now, here's the
Just do
crazy
it.
thing: Apple, they don't make the best product, but
Right.
they've created a luxury brand,
Right.
not just a brand, a luxury brand
Yes.
in
Yes.
in Apple, and Apple
It, it,
by itself.
it's incredible. It's incredible for those of us who've seen the rise of it from the beginning, from early Steve Jobs to now. It's incredible. But uh, as we're talking about the brand,
Hmm.
and then we add that with maximizing opportunities,
Yes.
it begs the question: what does that have to do with us? And let me throw something at you.
Okay. Okay.
And,
Okay.
and and you and I, we've had many conversations about this. So people doing that whole COVID thing, still COVID thing, people started not going back to work,
Yep.
and they start to go after things that they're passionate about. That they wanted to switch jobs, more money jobs.
Hmm.
They wanted to do all these different things. But some of those people, a nice group of those people, started their own business. They became entrepreneurs.
Yes.
They became creators and sellers and all provided services and all these different things. And then they found out the importance of a brand.
Oh man, see. We gonna fast forward. See now, guys, we actually had an order, but see, he just jumped to the next. We gonna jump forward and
To
jump
the
back.
meat. Get in the
We
meat.
gonna okay. Boom. Do
Get in the
you have a brand?
Do you have a brand?
Do you have a brand? And let's talk about this. If you on social media,
Okay.
you got a brand.
You got a brand.
You got a brand. If you posted on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you have a brand.
You have
Now,
a brand.
it could be good, it could be bad, it could be whatever. But you have a brand. Most people say, well, I don't have a brand. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know what? I got the brand. You remember back in the day, and see, we old enough. See, the young folks understand that your word is your bond. You remember back then?
I remember.
That was a brand.
Yeah. That was a
That
brand.
was a brand. Your word was the brand, and that was your bond. That when you put your word, that was the brand. Well, now, all this stuff that you put on social media, that's how people perceive you, and that's your brand.
Come on. Listen, that is.
Come on. Go for it.
I got one for you. You remember
All
they
right.
used to say, "You are what you eat." Remember that? You are what you eat. Well,
Yes.
It's the same thing on social media. That your brand is who you are, and
Yes.
that's why when you go for a job, and they go and look on your social media. Because they want to know who you are. Who is this person? They're coming in with a resume, or they're coming in as a business, and they want to offer our company some services, okay? But we don't really know them. We're just going by what they saying. So what we're going to do, we have a whole group now that will go out and scour your social media to find out who you are.
There
Because
There
who
you go.
you are is your brand, and your brand is who
who
you are.
You know what? Hey, we trademarking that right now. Okay, that's a
Right.
trademark. Okay, you heard it here. Now what's happening? Okay.
Yeah, that's it right there in a nutshell. So that question is, do you have a brand? Just like you said, yes, you do. Whether you know it or not, you have a brand.
You have a brand. And then here's the thing that what people don't understand is that, okay, we've seen it. We've seen people. Matter of fact, I saw this the other day, and I felt sorry for the brother. This brother was actually, he was in front of the Senate, a confirmation hearing to become a judge, right?
Okay.
Tennessee. She comes out and said 10 years ago,
Ooh.
you had 3 speeding tickets. And you posted on social media, I ain't paying no tickets. So why we gonna make you a judge if you out here on social media 10 years ago? And I said, no, they didn't do that to him.
Yeah.
But we need to let people understand what you put on social media today can come back and haunt you 10, 20, 30 years from now.
I agree. I agree. And for those of you out there who run across these type of issues, listen. I have a defense for you.
Okay, go for it.
I got
Go
a
for
defense.
it. All right.
Listen, whoever points their finger at you like that, you let them know that when you point a finger at somebody, there's 3 pointed right back at you. Listen, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I'm 10 years smarter than I was 10 years ago.
Oh man.
I'm 10 years. Listen, you need to copyright that right there. I'm 10 years smarter than I was 10 years ago.
Wow.
And so you need to hire me on the strength of I made a mistake and learned from it. Okay?
There you go. See, you get it. I mean, no. See, hey, You need to know this. That's why we having these conversations. All right. Now
That's
we,
it.
again, I told you we juggling. We gonna be hitting a couple of topics. We gonna juggle back and forth because you know what, we need to know it. So you know what, we skipped one, but I want to go back to, because you just hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Bam. Do I have a brand? No. Oh yeah, we did that one. Did we do that one already? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Hey,
This is it.
why
This is it right here.
do you need a brand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why do you need a brand? You know what? I'm gonna let you go first, because I'm ready for this one.
This is so important. We had just touched on it, that no matter what you do, you may not want a brand, but you have one anyway. You have one. Well, if you already have it, why not take advantage of it? Why not use it? Turn around. If it's negative? Turn that thing around and make it positive. So you have a brand, whether you want it or not. People see you, and people that don't know you, what they see on social media is all they have to go by, and they come up with different ideas about who you are. Okay, use this branding, your personal brand, to your advantage. That's why you need a brand to turn it around. Maybe you don't want to own your own business. Maybe you're not an entrepreneur. Maybe you go to a 9 to 5. Well, even on that, one day you may leave that job to another job. They're going to check your social media. Maybe you decide that the current political system is not to your liking, and you want to change. You want to stop talking about it and be about it. So you want to hop in. Well, you need to turn your personal brand toward what you want to be, what you want to do. And you young people, you listen to that. It's one thing to be out there TikToking and Twittering and Facebooking and YouTubing. That's one thing. But think about your career. Because even before you go to school and study for it, you can plan for it right now and start slowly directing your social media pages toward what you want to be and what you want to do. Come on,
I'm gonna
talk to
tell
me.
you, my goddaughter, she's studying to be an attorney, and
Okay.
she said the first thing they do when they're practicing to do their oral arguments against each other,
Yeah.
they go search the person's social media.
Type your name in. Type
And
your
I'm like,
name in, all of y'all.
what?
Put your name in.
I
Put
said,
your
why did you
name
do
in
that? She said,
a Google
and
search.
she said, because I can actually see how they are, how they react, what they doing. You know, if they're aggressive, or they're parasailing. I mean, it gives me insight into their mind.
That's right. That's right.
So it's one of those things where it's so important, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you need it. You need it because it allows you to control the voice or the narrative about you.
Well, that's it.
It allows you to control how people see you.
I agree.
They get to see you stumble. They get to see you get back up. They get to see you fall again. But then they get to see you go to the next level. They get to see, oh, wow, you know what? He used to be this way. But if you looked, man, over his timeline, and that's crazy. I'm talking about timeline. His timeline, 4 years ago, he was just talking about being successful. 4 years later, he got his own business. 5 years later, he's running a company. He got 4, 5 companies. So it allows you to control the narrative about you. And you know what? Get your own domain name. Come on. You know how we talk about this all the time. People, they say, oh man, I should have got my own. You had 10 years, 20 years to get your own domain name.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you don't own your name, someone will, and they will charge you to buy it from them so you can have your own name.
At a premium.
At a premium.
At a premium. Listen, I have mine. I have mine. Listen, you guys out there, go to LeonCWilson.com and see what comes up. LeonCWilson, no spaces.com, and see what'll come up.
Exactly. Again, CorinthusAustin.com. You got to own your, again, it allows you to be able to dictate how people view you.
That's it.
How people see you. That's why you need to have a brand. A brand. Especially, it's so crucial. Especially when you're doing that. So let's say you're a professional. You're on LinkedIn. So the only thing they know about you is that, okay, you got a LinkedIn profile. Oh, he went to school. Okay, he got a couple of recommendations. I'm serious. People do this all the time. When you're interviewing for a job or you're trying to go to another company, you go to LinkedIn, you type in the company, you see who worked there, who you know.
Yes.
Then you figure out who they know, who you may know.
Yes.
And then you like, okay, well, let me send them an inbox. Send them a DM. Right. Then you like, well, maybe they're on Facebook. Now you on Facebook. And then you see this mild-mannered project manager actually has like 4 or 5 businesses. He out here.
You right about it. You right about it. You right. You right. I mean, come on now. Come on.
You have to control the narrative.
It's especially when you're trying to do something outside yourself, like a business, like an entrepreneur, like advancement in your current job or position. So I think we've answered that question. Do you need a brand? I think we're all right there. We all know that we need a brand. That's for sure.
Okay, let's go. We got another one. How far can a brand take you?
Oh my goodness.
How far can you go? How far can you go?
I don't think that there is a limit. Now let me give you an example.
Okay.
When we started this, we talked about, or at least I brought up, Michael Jordan. Now we know Michael Jordan, in my mind, just me, is the greatest basketball player of my time.
Exactly.
Time, right?
Exactly.
Okay. But if you look at how much he got paid in his career, it's not a lot of money, especially compared to what players make today, like a LeBron or some of the other people that's out there today. But if you look at the money that he made for his brand, the Jordan brand.
Oh my goodness.
Michael Jordan is a billionaire. He's a billionaire and he owns his own team. It wasn't because of the money that he made as being the greatest player of my time. It was the money he made and he continues to make today from the Jordan brand. The Jordan brand. And so that's what we have to think about. We may not be a Jordan or have the Jordan brand, but our own brand, we can make it what we want to. Now, let's say you don't have any aspirations like that. Let's say you don't want to do anything with your brand. It's like having tools in the toolbox. It's one of those things you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Not have it.
Come on.
That's another shirt. That's another shirt. I want you guys, we are coming out with that merch. But no, he's exactly right. Some people are like, well, I don't need a brand. Well, you already got one.
You already got one.
So it's not about you not needing one. Now it's about you actually, one, controlling the narrative on your brand, Okay. And then again, you may not have aspirations to do a business or whatever, but you still want to sort of kind of have people view you in a certain light and not just have you buck wild out there. That when
Yes.
someone like I don't know you, I meet you at church. How you doing? And I'm like, oh, that person seems sensible. Then next you know, I go to your social media site. You dropping it like it's hot. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
You out in the
You
back,
say one thing
cigar,
and do something
turning
else.
it up. This is
Yeah.
for my homie.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So guys, it is very important. I mean, okay, take Elon Musk. He's built tons of companies off of him.
Off of him. Yes. I agree.
Not off of him. His brand. People believe in him so much they willing to give him billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars off of him.
Yes.
And for you guys, so I look at like if you're a hairstylist, you need a social media brand. If you're a realtor, you need a social media brand.
Yes.
Matter of fact, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You need
You need a brand.
You need a brand. One, we already established you have one. Now it's you basically taking control of it and then putting content out there. Or not, it's not putting out content. It's just controlling what goes out there. Because when people see it, you hit it around the head. As a matter of fact, I was at a company. I remember I was somewhere. It had to be like 10 years ago. Guy was interviewing for a job. Friend of mine. They checked his social media page and said, "Oh no, he can't work for us."
Right. Right. I agree. Listen, let me just touch back on that Elon Musk
Yes.
statement that you had made, because that really shines a light on the importance of the brand, because you and I have both read his book, and he was
Yes.
talking about how before he really took off, he has Tesla and everything. He was really broke. He was really broke. He had just used everything to try to come up with the first Tesla. He was 2 weeks from going out of business, but because of his brand, because of his brand, the Elon Musk brand, he was able to draw money into the company that gave him that time to go ahead and get that first model out. But he was broke. He was broke.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
And the brand. So the brand, the importance of the brand, and I'm talking about the personal brand that we all have. You never can tell when you may need the brand to reach out to someone beyond your immediate area of influence, that you have to step out of yourself, where you have to step out of your comfort zone to create a new comfort zone. But you let your brand, what people say about you. Remember what we talked about it at the very beginning. Your brand is what people say about you.
Yes.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's what they say about you. It's who you are. And what they say when they mention your name before you come into the room, what people think.
I'm gonna tell you
what people think.
I've actually went to events. I went to an event once, and they said such and such is here. And the first thing I did is went on social media to see what their brand was about.
Yep.
Matter of fact, the first thing I did is Google their name.com. Hey.
Yes.
Because my thing is that if you reach a certain level,
right, all those things are set up.
That's a natural thing. So then I'm social media. Matter of fact, I just put in Google and then just doing that. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, you know you can own your identity in Google, right? There's a way that you can own it's work.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not easy, but this way you can validate who you are. And that's why having your personal brand is so important. Yes,
It's so important.
you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to use it. You use it every day. When people meet you, that's what they do.
Right. And let's say you have a lot of negative stuff that's already out there. You know how it is. You've been posting stuff since you were younger. Uh, you may just share some things that you haven't done, but you share something that somebody else posted. Well, if you have aspirations to do something beyond what you're doing now, or you see it in your future, you need to change that whole narrative. And the way you do that is by putting out very strategic pieces of information about you and what you do, and maybe a bio here and a couple of pictures or images of you doing something there. And it's all very strategic how that's done. And actually, you know, Corey and I, we work on that not just for ourselves, for other people as well. We have an ad company that create these various ads for people to help promote their brands. We have a publishing company that we use those ad capabilities to really sell these books for our clients and really promote them at various events. And we try to teach them about their brand and turning into what they want to be. You have to. Here's another one of those. Here's another
there you
T-shirt.
go. Come on. Okay.
Here's another T-shirt. You have to see it and believe it before you can achieve it. You know, that's one of those things from way back.
Yeah,
but you have to have that vision, and then you have to put that same vision out there for everyone else, because we live in a society that people believe what they see.
oh my goodness. Oh,
They
see,
do.
and I was, you guys, I was gonna let it go. I wasn't even gonna go there.
Come on with it.
But here's the thing: perception is 99% of reality.
Oh, I need the coffee mug on that one.
Perception
I need
is
that.
99%
99%.
of reality. So
Yes.
so think about that. And here I give you a perfect example. Let me or Leon take a picture with someone who is not our wife or not a friend or not
my
a
goodness.
business associate. Perception is
Yeah.
99% of reality. They post a picture. Perception. Look,
Okay.
we don't get a chance to defend ourselves.
No.
We're like, oh no, this or that. This could be a business client. But if we
Exactly.
haven't said that and we haven't said, hey guys, this is our business client. Hey, we're doing that. Perception just jacked your whole world up.
Yes. It's just the truest thing. It's the truest thing.
And that's why it's so important to understand your brand and to manage your brand, because perception will knock you out the water before you even get started.
Listen, when you take that picture at the club with the pole dancer behind you, you have to know now you got to send that out to your friends. But a lot more people other than your friends are going to see you. Now, it may go good in the club, but I promise you, if you ever try to get a better job, move to higher education, you can't even get into a good college now with some crazy stuff in your social media.
Oh my goodness.
Come on now.
Oh my goodness. So that's why it's so important. And like I said, I wasn't going to go there, but I'm a firm believer. It is. Perception is 99% of reality. And that's sad though, because you are guilty by a picture.
Right. You're guilty till proven innocent. That's
Until proven innocent. And matter of fact,
that's the
you
new
have nothing to
normal.
do with it. You could be there minding
Yeah.
your own business, but
Yeah.
there's a picture of someone else in there, and they put you in this picture, or they taking a picture with someone else. You just happen to be in the background, and now you like, what just happened?
What just happened? I don't know anything about it. Now you explain it to your wife or your girlfriend. Listen, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't.
Ooh.
I don't know nothing about that. I was just walking by. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. But if
Wow.
you have a solid brand, if you develop a solid brand, you take advantage of it. You control the narrative. If someone's talking about you, you need to control that.
Control
You
the
can
narrative.
you control that. You put
Yes.
out the information. And like Corey was saying, it starts with your domain name. It starts with your name. Own your name. Go out there and get your name. Get your name. And if you don't know how to get your name, you need to reach out to us.
Us.
Because we can help you get your
We will
name.
help you get your name.
We sure will. We sure will.
You sure that.
Because
Now you know what? See, you know what? Now we didn't even talk about business branding. That's a whole nother conversation because that's the perception. Because see, there's a whole nother pet peeve with the domain name and the email address. But I'm not gonna go. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's
That's
another
a
show.
whole nother show. But
That's
again,
another show.
maximize your opportunity. Understand what your brand is. Like we said, we said, hey, what is your brand? Why do you need a brand?
Yeah.
Do you have a brand? We already said yes. And how far can your brand take us? Now, before we leave, you got now we gonna have some graphics for you later on. We're gonna have a bumper for you, but let people know about the Big Love Podcast. Let people know about it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Big Love Podcast is a new venture that I've started because of my love for scriptures in the Bible, but also powerful quotes. And it started off with me giving the scriptures and quotes and elaborating on them, deciphering them, if you will, to break down and again to give us tools for every day of the week. It usually comes out on a Monday. And actually, it has transformed in a way to Real Talk with Big Love. That was a name given to me a long time ago. And so Real Talk with Big Loves talk about the things that you think about every day. I'm in the middle of a series of talking about COVID. My next show is all about COVID in the workplace, which is, strangely enough, that's what I'm going through right now. It's changing daily. And for you that work outside the home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So definitely tune in. That show is actually on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Sundays, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So come and check that out. And Corey, what about the conversation?
Oh man, the conversation. So there's the conversation with Corinthus Austin, that podcast where we look at everything. My slogan is, without the conversation, we can't have the understanding. There's just so many conversations we need to have because again, perception is 99% of reality, and it's only till we have the conversation we can then have the understanding. So normally we're on Wednesday, 7 p.m. And then we also do sometimes Wednesday at 9 p.m. So again, look for the conversation. Look for Real Talk with Big Love. And again, come out, subscribe.
Yes, please.
subscribe to the show. All right, we thank you. Happy New Year. All right, Let us out. Let us out.
Oh man, it's been another outstanding show. The rest of this month actually is going to be episodes about uplifting, bettering ourselves. Remember, last week, New Year, New You. This week, optimizing the opportunities, and it's just going to go higher and higher. And so this is going to be a great year for us, great year for everyone. We're going to get through this stuff. But at some point in time, you're going to look to somebody and say, now what's happening?
Now what's happening?